good things on the pages. Sir, tatanong ko po, no, kasi po, di ba, during March 11 to 14 and up to now, sobrang laganap po ng fake news, mga pagdrama, no? Do you think, sir, the preparation of fake news also affects the outcome of the phototherapists?
Magandang question. At malayo na po dun sa Senate topic natin ngayon. Pero just to address yung fake news po natin, it's really, paano ba? Like for example, just recently po, na-fact-check yung lumabas kay dating Vice President Noli De Castro na nagsalita siya against paghuli kay Pangulo Duterte. Wala daw sinasabing ganon si Vice President Noli De Castro. Some of them, unfortunately, nabibiktima din yung ibang, okay lang sabihin, nandito, yung mga DDS ng ibang mga parody posts. Kung napapansin niyo po, yung mga lawyers po sa mga series, American series, Harvey Specter, kung kilala niyo po, share, ginagamit. Parang, ano yun? That's a grift. Kasi, iniisip ng mga Class A, Class B, Class C, who are against the President na hindi naman kilala ng mga tao. Hindi naman na nila eh. So it's a combination now of parodies. Mas madami ang parodies. Kasi now, and this is unfortunate, ito yung nakakalungkot, ito yung sinabi ni J.B. Hershito na hati-hati na naman ang Pilipinas. Ito yung rift. Kasi yung mga so-called ABC class, they're using parodies para maloko yung mga class D and E. It's not actually fake news. Kung sino ang propagator ngayon ng fake news, yung gumawa ng post who are against the President. And medyo edgy sa akin yun. Kasi you're playing around with them. Malay ba ng class D and E, anong focus ng mga magsasaka? Kailangan ko, boss, mayor, pag nag-survey kami sa mga magsasaka or sa mga mangingisda, kailangan ko ng bagong sagwan, kailangan ko ng fertilizer. Wala nang pakialam kung sino yung mga nag-guest sa Netflix na to. Mas gusto ko mabuhay. So ngayon, sino ang propagator ng fake news? Those who are against the President in favor of the ICC arrest. It's actually, sila yung nagsasabi na puro fake news, but sila din yung nag-propagate eh. It's now, kung titignan po natin, 80% are just parodies. 20% are fake news. Unfortunately, bibiktima pa rin ng fake news. Anong pwedeng gawin ng DICT dito? Facebook. Hanggang din, wala pa rin po eh. We still don't have a new DICT secretary. Based on our survey po, 7 out of 10 Filipinos prefer Senator Grace po as the new DICT secretary sa ginawa po namin. Pero po, kung titingnan po natin dito, in question niyo pong fake news, majority are just parodies circled around just to play around, prove them na mas superior ako sa ibang tao. Which is unfortunate. Ito yung riff na sinasabi. Bakit mo kailangan i-prove na hindi mo kailangan si Harvey Specter? Ang gusto lang naman ng taong to, mabuhay. Anong concern nila? Pagbaba ng presyo ng bilihin, pagtaas ng sahod, quality education, quality healthcare sa probinsya. Wala silang pakialam sa Netflix. Well, don't use, again, this is me, this is not a company, don't use those information to play around with those you think are not in your level of intellectual capacity. Yan ang masasabi ko. Because hindi siya masaya.
So, sir, basing on your response, so would you say, let's say, yung mga nagla-lockdown sa o bumaba na apektuhan ang kanilang survey results. So, what you're saying now is the best way for the candidates to move up is to answer the present day problems like yun na nga, on and off ang taas ng gasolina, ang kuryente natin sobrang mataas, hindi po ba? So, is that a way how to answer the present inflationary, para nga medyo umangat naman itong mga kandidato na, just like what you said, si Bam, ang selling point daw is free education. So, may hatak yun. So would you say na kung more emphasis now on free education, will he be able to gather more votes? Or will he ever climb up the senatorial survey? Do you think there's a chance?
Magandang question. Tumataas po si Senator Bam Aquino. Kilala po siya for free education. But still, 33% po ang kanyang voter preference. Bakit ang layo ni Ben Vitag Tulfo? Bakit ang layo ni Bong Revilla kay Bam Aquino? Dahil awareness. You need to increase your awareness first. So that's why television, social media are important for them. Now, bukod doon, they need to be on the ground. Because on the ground po, na-survey po dito, kung titingnan po natin, hindi ito lumalabas sa news, yung mga tumatakbong congressman, tumatakbong gobernador, ang bobotohin ng mga tao at this stage in time, malapit na pong eleksyon, 1/3 of people in rural areas are undecided yet sino ang iboboto nila. Ano pong hinihintay nila? Ayuda. Akap. Or, thinking positively, puntahan niyo ako, pakinggan niyo ako. Yun yung kailangan nila. Kasi, kaya mababa yung vice governor na to, na gusto tumakbo, for example, for governor, it's because hindi kita nakikita. Puntahan mo ko. Ngayon, bakit mataas yung iba? On the ground, nasipag ko sila on the ground. Kita mo yung schedule, nakita ko schedule ni Senator Manny Pacquiao. Everyday po, iba't ibang probinsya, lumilipad siya. Nakikita siya on the ground, that has an effect sa kanya. Does he talk on key issues, pagbaba ng presyo ng bilihin, pagtaas ng sahod? No. Does he talk about impeachment? No. Does he talk about the West Philippine Sea? No. Pero, he has a social media presence. Nandun po yun. He never talks about current events, but he talks about yung kanyang passion. But he goes on the ground. That has an effect. Kasi ang survey po, hindi lang naman po yung social media to. That's one of the component. The other component will be, nakikita ko sa TV, nababasa ko sa dyaryo, nakikita ko sa posters, and mahalaga, kita-kita sa on the ground. Yun ang mahalaga sa kanila.